welcome to another episode of that CBD Girl podcast. Inhale, exhale.
Welcome, guys. New intro. Who dis? Shout out to my friend Shanti for helping me out with those sounds. Hope you guys like it. It's still me, though. Welcome back to That CBD Girl podcast. It's your host, Carly, That CBD Girl. First off, I just want to thank everyone for listening previously, today, in general. I'm about to get a little emo on you, but I started this podcast a year ago now, and while I have not completed a ton of episodes, I hope that each one has been impactful for you and educational. I'm a pretty busy woman if you guys are new to this podcast. I do have my own business, and I do face my own personal battles with anxiety and fear of my own work. So I've actually struggled my entire life with stage fright, and honestly, it's just progressed as I've gotten older. This podcast was a huge challenge for me that I created for myself. I wanted to conquer the fear. And yes, I still get nervous every single time I record these things, but doing it, it's been so big for me. And lately, a lot of you have reached out and listened, and wow. The other purpose I have of this podcast was just to educate people about hemp. And so I'm so ecstatic that I'm doing that. Like, thank you guys so much for reaching out. Thank you for listening. And thank you for caring. You guys have no idea how much it helps just to hear, I've listened. It sounds great. I loved it. Or whatever it is that you guys have to say. It's really hard for me. So I appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who's placed an order with my company, Quartz Trading Co. You have no idea how much each order means to me. You are literally helping me survive, but mostly you're giving me another day to help more people. The gratitude that I have for this industry is insane. It's not just the people in the industry. It's what it's done for me and those around me. This gorgeous plant has led me to so many beautiful souls. I've had the opportunity to get to know so many people. More people I could have ever imagined meeting. And guys, look, I don't have to have any crazy story about some rare disease that I cured myself with via cannabis. I'm a straight up healer. And my purpose on this earth is to help people naturally. That's how I prefer to do it. So let me tell you, it's not fortunate that many of these people I've been led to are suffering from chronic pain, but it is fortunate that I am healthy and that I'm strong and can help them live better lives. And as an empath, I take on a lot of weight from those around me. And it can be challenging to work through at times, but I'm so grateful for these abilities, guys. Recently, I was contacted by the owners of an event company called Canna One, and I was honestly instantly moved by their presence in the cannabis industry. They have an assortment of expos that they've recently gone virtual to accommodate us during this major COVID rendezvous. What's cool about their expos is that they're also educational. And you know, I'm super about the education. So you can actually check out their upcoming itineraries of the expos that they have coming up and find out, which one calls your name. They do literally everything under the sun, from Cosmo type girly stuff to growing to I want to start my own CBD company. So check it out. They also will help inform you of resources that you may need to get to these places. So expos are great. If you haven't been to one, this is perfect because you don't actually have to go. It's virtual, so it doesn't matter where you are. You don't have to fly to Vegas to go. You can literally sit in bed and attend, which we all love right now, right? So check it out, mark your calendars. They have one coming up, and drumroll, I'm giving free tickets. This one's really awesome. It is for you, ladies. I'm going to let Maya explain a little bit more about the event and how Canna One works. So just listen up real quick and she will explain how it all works.
Introducing Canna One. We provide the largest cannabis virtual expo experiences. Canna One is so excited to host our upcoming virtual event, Canna Cosmo. Canna Cosmo is our health and beauty expo, where you will interact and connect with the leading industry experts. Canna Cosmo is the premier launching pad for all things cannabis, CBD, and hemp within the health and beauty industry. Just for listening to this amazing podcast, we are offering you a free ticket to join us September 29th and 30th. Please visit cannaone.com/free ticket. And we are so excited to see you at the show.
So there you have it. September 29th. Be there or be square. I'm going to be there because I'm not square. And I'm so excited. Make sure you check out my link in the show notes to retrieve your free ticket, though. These ladies seriously have so much passion. It's a total female-owned and operated business. Minority-owned, too, may I add. So I'm so ecstatic to be a part of it. I hope that you guys can all come. I hope that you will share and get your friends to come too. But if you do, reach out to me because I'd love to participate with you and know that you're there. And either message me on Instagram at thatcbdgirl_, or you can email me at thatcbdgirlpodcast@gmail.com and we can find a way to connect there. But enough of that. Today, let's get on with today and what I'm going to share with you, which are some stories from some very real, super cool ladies, mamas, friends, sisters, real people. This episode is not for profit. It is actually for education, awareness, and to end the stigma of cannabis. These are real people that I have been led to by the gracious God, the higher power, the universe, whatever it is that you call it, and know that I am so forever grateful to know these people and so many others not mentioned in this podcast who I've met on this journey. And as a courtesy disclaimer, remember, please note that the FDA does not test or approve CBD for medical use, and the statements made on this podcast are not intended to treat, cure, or diagnose any illness or disease. The information I discuss today is based on my own experience with CBD and the people and my personal research. So, fibromyalgia and chronic pain in general are unfortunately very common conditions. Chronic pain, it isn't visible, but it is awfully real, and it affects actually 1 in 5 Americans. That's according to the CDC, and that equates to 50 million U.S. adults. Yes, that was a stat I found from the CDC website from 2016. There didn't seem to be any newer ones that I saw in there, but we can only assume the numbers are equal or higher today. So I strongly believe that, this is an epidemic amongst people, silent pain. It's terrible. But I also think that it can stem from the amount of inflammation that we tend to put in our bodies and that we inevitably consume. Whether it be food or air pollution, toxins are unfortunately all around us, and whether we like it or not, we are consuming them, which leads to inflammation. So that's a huge reason why I urge so many people to take CBD even if there's nothing wrong with you. Because CBD, as we've learned, is an anti-inflammatory, so it's going to decrease the inflammation in the body. So my logic there is it could potentially, in longevity, reduce the risk of fibromyalgia or other diseases or illnesses that are accumulated through inflammation. So, like I said, potentially. And, CBD overall promotes homeostasis, which is full body balance. So, it really can't hurt. CBD is not an end-all cure-all. It is an aid to help you boost your immune system, amongst others. I know people who can't use the medicines that are prescribed for fibromyalgia. And, have you heard of the side effects? A lot of people don't want to use it because of the side effects. So, that list goes on. And I'm going to give you some insight right here in a sec with some real people. But pharma meds, they definitely curb the pain and can be necessary. And you should always discuss your options with your doctor. Using CBD can be highly beneficial to many with chronic pain to mitigate daily pain levels, but it doesn't necessarily remove your pain 100%. It can help significantly, especially if used correctly. So it can be an alternative It can be an alternative for people who are not a proper candidate for pharmaceutical medications or are not quite in pain high enough for them yet. So if this is you, discuss it with your doctor, weigh your options. But like I said, the side effects compared to those side effects, there's no comparison. So if you know anyone or you suffer from chronic pain or fibromyalgia, just know that I definitely take you seriously. And if you are a person that knows somebody, you should definitely take them seriously. And if you don't, I hope that this episode brings some insight. This is lifelong pain. And I think it's safe to say that there are a lot more things to worry about than just getting the Rona. And if there is anything to learn from all this, it is that we should really be nurturing our health, no matter what. Because we do not know what will happen, but what we do know is that leading a healthy lifestyle is all we can do to control the quality of life. And sometimes these things just happen to us, and I can guarantee a healthy lifestyle will still help you get through it. Okay, so enough of my rambling. I'm going to play these stories of 4 amazing women, and I hope that you stick around to listen. I just want to start off by thanking them for taking the time to record this for me, because, if you know anybody with chronic pain, these things can be hard for them to do. You never know what kind of day you're going to have. Everything, you're almost living in the unknown. So huge thank you for the women for doing this for me. I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. So yes, please listen, and I'll be back after this.
My name is Kylie Knight. I am 25 years old, and I was diagnosed with fibromyalgia almost 5 years ago. When I was first diagnosed with fibromyalgia, I was prescribed pharmaceutical medication. They helped in the beginning until my body really got used to it. And then if I forgot to take the medication, I would feel dizzy and lightheaded and foggy-brained, just like kind of if you were drunk all day or really, really hungover. And then after being on the medication longer, I became suicidal. And I knew it was the medication because I did not have suicidal thoughts or depression before taking the medication. Usually they prescribe an antidepressant for fibromyalgia, which is what I had, and I did not have depression, and so it kind of gave it to me. After that whole ordeal, I decided to get off of the medication. After going through the withdrawals, I no longer was suicidal, and I was feeling much better, so I decided that I wasn't going to go back on meds, and I was going to try and manage my fibromyalgia myself with CBD and a healthier lifestyle. And that's when I came across Quartz Trading Company and Carly. And before that, I didn't know what I needed to know about CBD. So they helped educate me and so many other people tremendously. They're so truthful and transparent. You know exactly what you're getting into. And if you ever have questions, they're more than happy to help you. They really go into, the science behind CBD, which is something that I'm really interested in because I really want to know how it interacts with my body. The variety of products that Quartz Trading Company actually has is incredible, and it gives you lots of options for whatever you need. It makes managing my fibromyalgia so much easier, let me tell you. The products that I use that are my favorite are the tincture. I take a 2,500 milligram tincture every day, or I try to take it every day. I am forgetful. And it just helps me stay balanced and calm and have way less pain. My other favorite is, of course, the bath bombs. I mean, come on. I have never felt so relaxed or slept so well after a bath bomb. Incredible. And then last but not least, my third favorite is, well, I don't really go in particular order. It's the Solve Stick. It provides just great